So today we'll be continuing to take a look at a scenario of what if civilization started over on a fantasy map. It has been a little bit since I've done one of these, but here's a little recap. In the last episode, we saw the end of the Grey Gold War, right down here, as we see three major battles happened here, and we saw that they annexed a lot of land. We also saw a little bit of expansion by the red team, who is now getting pretty powerful up here in the north. Moving down south, we saw two new countries forming right here, the orangish and pinkish country, and then we see the blue tribes of the Middlelands, and then this random pink country over here, and then the last thing, we saw these two countries forming over here. Now this country, I just split it from this one and got rid of some land, but yeah. Also, sorry if my voice sounds kind of weird. I'm still dealing with that cold. But, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off down here, we see that the red... Oh, that is, not right. We see that the red team and the, gray team... Or, frick, this isn't gray. This is like a cyan country. Finally, discover this land right here. And we also see that the dark gray country continues to explore these lands out here. However, I do believe this is like a desert on this map, so they do begin to slow down. However, they start to discover more and more land right up here, just to thicken what they know exists. But yeah, they eventually look something like this right over here. But now we move down here to the Midlands as we see the green team meeting up with this little lake right here, as we see that they start to discover a lot of it, and they eventually start to move down the east side of the thingy, and now the tribes start to move out even more, and well, we'll see what happens with them later, and we see even the pink team, or like this purplish country, start to explore some areas. Going back down here to the Lost Explorers, they continue to explore, however, they have no idea where they are. So, they might settle down, I don't know yet. But, we see that they continue to explore land right here. However, now, finally, we see the green, or this, like, weird greenish country start to form. As we see, this isn't like a recognized country because it doesn't really exist. But we see that these lost explorers expand quite a bit around this little peninsula thingy. And they continue to go out from here. But, yeah, a nice little claim. It's pretty big, but not too huge. It'll probably break up pretty soon. But, now we go back up here to the red team as they start to explore some more land. If I can make the size a little bit bigger. But, we have to turn on the mountains layer, I'm pretty sure, because there is a... Oh, never mind. And the rivers. But, we see the red team... Sorry. The red team starts to explore a lot of these areas now, just right around here, and they start to follow the mountains. And, well, their main goal is find access to water, because right now, they don't really have anywhere to go. Besides, like, they could invade this country, but that would probably, the red team would probably invade them, and the gold team. So, they continue to go down here, and they continue to work with the gray team, actually, who actually welcomes the red team a lot. But, in a couple of years, we see that the red team explores a lot of land out here. But first I want to see if... Yeah, so they're pretty good. But we even see some more land getting discovered with help of, like, native tribes. But, yeah, we see that the red team explores a lot of land. But now we move down here to this brand new civilization, as we see that the blue country starts to explore a little bit more down into the south. But, if we take a look at the terrain layer, well, they're getting pretty close to a desert. So, let's turn this back off. But we see that they continue to go down and explore more and more land. However, as right here, I do believe it is getting pretty hot. Let's check the climate layer. Actually, no. So they're pretty good. And they continue to explore this area as mass exploration is now being done over here. But these countries, their leaders or their people start to not really like them. So a few of them are gonna actually set out to take and form some new countries. As we see, the first country being formed or made is a dark green team right here with a lot of exclaves. But however, that is not the only one, as a new country is also going to be forming over here. But over here, we see a pink country forming just like this. Pretty similar to the orange country. However, right before they could get all the land, we see that the blue team snatched up this land. They don't recognize these countries quite yet. But they definitely will be recognized in the future. But now we head up here where a lot of land is going to get colonized. Starting off with the dark red country, we see that they start moving out and wrapping around this guy right here. But they continue to go eastward, as this is where their empire is really focusing. And they even start to continue down this river, which is, well, they eventually meet the end of it. But then they start to get land around it, as they then meet up and take over this really large part. We now also see that they start to go down the next river, which is right here. And this also goes very well, as they take a very, very large piece of land in a very short amount of time. Now, we even see them start to go up north, as they want land up here too. But they're eventually stopped because the blue and the green country is going to draw a little bit of a treaty that looks something like this, as these two are not very fond of the red team, and well, they want to see them gone. Also, I'm just gonna spice up these borders really quick. But this is what our final border looks like for the red team, and they expanded a lot this episode, and well, they will probably expand a lot more in the next one. However, right down here, we now see two other countries start to expand, and that is the gold team, who expands right along here, and takes a very large chunk of land, and then the gray team, which takes a large chunk of land as well. Now, the gray team, they're kind of trying to meet up with the red team somewhere over here to block off the gold team. However, the gold team does not look like it's stopping with this expansion. Now we go back up to a country that literally hasn't done anything the whole series, and this green country takes these islands, but a different green country that will be doing something else is the green country down here in the Midlands, or well, they're in Alteron, but right now they're just going out like this. We see that they connect up with this lake as they increase the size of their empire, and now they even expand up over to and take the rest of this right here. Now this this makes these two countries really scared, as now they are sandwiched. But that's not the only thing, as we see the green team moving around and encircling this exclave, which makes the blue team really mad. And now the green team starts to terrorize this continent, as it starts to take it more and more land. And well, these guys are gonna just be in a run for their money. As we see, starting off with the dark blue team, we see that their remaining exclaves all connect up with each other, just like this, and connect up with the capital. Meanwhile, this one down here starts to expand a lot, as it tries to cut off the green team from getting any more. Now, over to this country, we see that they are going to be taking a lot of land as well, well, they don't want to get attacked by anybody, because they're brand new and they just don't want to die. Now, we actually are going to be seeing a war taking place. Sorry, very bad knows stuff. But this war is going to be between a couple of countries, and, well, it's not going to be very good. Well, before the war, a new country is going to create an alliance. A little, different. But we are going to be seeing a country creating an alliance. This will be the Square Alliance. And, let's take a look to see what this looks like. But, these are the members of the Square Team Alliance. Three main members, the red teams and the gray country. Oh my god, sorry. But notice they are surrounding the gold team. I wonder what that's going to lead to. But, due to this, we are going to see the gold team, I don't care, I'm very great. But we're going to be seeing the gold team creating the Circle Alliance. And, well, a couple of countries are going to join. If I can get back to the shapes. But one of the countries is actually the brown team, as the gold team and brown team have shared a lot of things throughout history. And a couple others are the blue country, as they are also sandwiched between the Square Alliance. And, yeah, just pretty bad stuff happening right here. But, yeah, that's it for alliances. But now let's get on with a war. If I can get back down here. But, now we have to go back to the religion layer. We haven't looked at this for a very long time. And, well, I changed it. I made some new, things. Sorry, my voice is really bad today. But, yeah, new religion map. But, before we get to the religious war, we are going to be seeing a war between the green team and the blue team. Now, why would they be invading the blue team? There's no real, like, thing for it. The green team, it's just like, screw it. If we want to go to war with these guys are just a road bump for us, so let's just get rid of them. But we see that the green team starts to invade the blue team from the west side. And, well, the south side. And with this, they immediately capture the capital city. Just like this. Okay, I don't care. But they immediately capture the capital city and start their invasion. As this goes really, really good. It gets so good, in fact, that they go up to their final major city and almost capture it. But another spearhead is sent out and cuts the country into 3 pieces. And to make this even worse, this spearhead breaks off and cuts this country into 4. Well, actually, no, this is the 3rd. But now this is the 4th. As we see 4 groups right in here. And now something even worse happens. As we see a very large rebellion taking place in the blue country right here. This is the dark blue rebellion, as they even manage to siege the last city that the blue team has. But they take the rest of this land, and now they start to invade the green territory. We see that they make really big gains and then just annex this whole thing, as they are very pro-expansionist. And we see that they even connect up with the green team. Now, how is the green team losing to a rebellion? Well, this rebellion may be funded by somebody. I have no idea who it is, though. But, we even see that the final, part breaks away, and we see the liberation of Capital City, for the first time in a long time of this war. And, with this, everything starts to crumble for the green team, as we see the dark blue team taking this little chunk and then starting to take out more and more. Now, even the blue team starts an invasion. The blue team starts to invade the green team, and, well, not good, as we see that they start to go down the coast a lot and spearhead out, capture the city. And now the green team is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who in the world is funding these guys? These guys are way too strong, and, well, we don't believe that they are this strong. And, nobody comes out to say anything about this. and they just kind of let it happen. So we see that the blue team forces continue to attack green team forces right down here. But now we have to go back to the unexplored territory as something really big happened. Up here in the north, we see that the green team starts to explore this area, and they meet and they just go around the mountains, and they start to explore right up here. Now, what's so big, you might wonder? It's just like mountains and stuff, isn't it? Well, as the green team is exploring, they start to notice a couple things. Starting with right here as they contact a new civilization. As they continue to explore, they realize that this is actually a very large civilization, as it even goes down here. And, well, what they know of it is that it is very big. Well, right now it looks pretty big. But they continue to explore out and try to figure out what this guy is. And it's until that a peace thingy is made right in here, where they actually figure out the true size of this country. But when the maps are shown to these Lime Team people, they are stunned. As when we zoom out on this map, we see a huge country up here in the north. This country even rivals the green team in power. The green team is the strongest country in the world, by far, as they have huge claims. But this country is really advanced. Like, it's almost past the green team. And, well, just really, really big discovery. And, definitely will lead to some other things. But now, this war is going to be going on for a long time. But now we have to go back to the religion layer, as, this religion has had enough. They want to become their own country. As we see this religion breaking away. Or, hold on, I need to get the color. Crap, dude, I can't. But we see that this religion breaks away from the all of the countries that it's in, and well, they don't like this at all, and definitely gonna lead to some stuff. However, right as they're done, they ultimately just decide to take away the stuff that they have in the gold team. And, well, the brown team decides that they'll give up their claims as well. But yeah, as we see the second rebellion of the gold team start, and yeah, very, very not good for them. As we see that the rebellious group's movement increases really big, really fast, as we see, well, the brown team just gives them that land. But we see that it starts to grow and grow as it takes more and more major cities and starts to slither around these guys' coast right up here. But, the gold team, they're like, oh my god, you've got to be kidding me, not again. So, they decide that they might call on some allies, such as, like, these two up, or this guy up here, and, the brown team. However, the brown team gave up their claims, so they're like, nah, you got this. But the Dark Cyan country is actually like, yo, we might actually help, because these guys are funding them. We don't like that. And, well, yeah, that is where we're gonna leave it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. Definitely a little bit shorter, but, my computer is dying, and my voice is dying. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.